upon you. Please enjoy Old Man Dan.
So, how about this weather we've been having, huh? You know, the hurricane was kind of a letdown, but the tornado really blew me away. You know? The wind. Okay. So, Jesse Jarvis, give it up for your host, Jesse Jarvis. So, he introduced me as Old Man Dan, you know? That's what he said. But I think he should call me Handsome Dan. You know why? Because you can often see me hand some young lady my phone number. You know? And then she doesn't call because she thinks I'm ugly. You know? Hey, speaking of people that don't call you back, so I went on a date with this gal at Red Lobster. Any of you guys ever been to Red Lobster before? Okay. So I took her to Red Lobster and she said she was so hungry she could eat a horse. You know what I said to her? I said, well, why don't you order a sea biscuit? You know? From Red Lobster. You see, okay, this guy gets it, but I don't think you do. So Red Lobster, you know, they serve seafood, you know, and sea biscuit is the name of a horse, you know. And she said she was so hungry. Oh, fuck you. Okay. So, all right, you're right. Okay, that wasn't a true story. I made that up. But this one's a true story. This one's true. I promise you, ladies and gentlemen. So I took a girl on a date, and it was going so well. She invited me back to her room. You know about that. But I had to leave, ladies and gentlemen, I had to leave because when I got up there, I saw a big communist banner, you know? You ever seen one of those, you know, the hammer and sickle, you know? I had to leave because there was a big red flag. Okay, that one's not true, I made that up. But this one's true, this one's a true story, 100% true. So I went on a blind date with a young lady, and it turns out she was Kim Kardashian. You ever hear of her? Yeah. But then in the middle of the date, the police came and arrested her. Yeah, they took her into custody, but her ass is still at large. You know? Her butt. Hey, speaking of women getting in trouble, so you ever hear of Joan of Arc? Any of you guys know about her? Oh, okay. So the kids these days love her. They love Joan of Arc. Yeah, they all say she was lit. You know? Like on fire. Okay. Hey, speaking of history, you guys know about the Pilgrims, you know? Mayflower, Pilgrims and all that? Oh, okay. So the Pilgrims, you ever wonder why they wear those big buckle hats? You know? They wear those big buckle hats with the big brims. And so the sun doesn't burn their cornucopias. You know, copias, okay. So, hey, speaking of America, so Freedom called me the other day. You ever have that happen, young man? You ever have Freedom call? Yeah. I didn't pick up the phone now, so I let Freedom ring. Well, you dropped something. Hey, speaking of things you'd like to ignore, so Gay Pride was last weekend. You guys know about this, huh? Oh, this guy knows about it. This guy knows all about it. Yeah, I met this guy, Nicholas. Any of you guys know Nicholas? You know Nicholas? Oh, okay. So Nicholas was telling me how he had a thing for Irish fellas, you know? He liked jerking them off, you know? He had a thing, he liked jerking off them Irish fellas, you know? But he hated the French. I guess you could say, ladies and gentlemen, I guess you could say that Nick had a knack for patty wax, but he never got a frog a bone. You know? I bet this kid over here wishes I'd go rolling home, huh? No, you're right, that's a filthy joke. I shouldn't be telling filthy jokes. That kind of joke that Jesse Jarvis would tell, you know? I shouldn't be telling this. Remember a moment ago I was telling those nice jokes about freedom? You know? Hey, speaking of freedom, so the leader of the free world, Donald Trump, and you guys ever hear of him? You know? So Donald Trump was walking down the street and he got a hole in his loafer, you know? So he went to the store to get a new one, you know? But all they had were sandals and stuff. You know what he said? Fake shoes. Yeah, he said that. But he was so upset, he went to the bar to get a drink, you know? And on the way he passed by some cows. You guys know about cows? Oh, okay. So he passed by some cows, but turns out they were just bison. You know what he said? Fake moose. Yeah, he said that. So he goes to the bar, you know, he gets a drink, and the bartender gives him a Jack and Coke. You know about that? Coca-Cola and Jack Daniels, you know? Well, the bartender wasn't a nice guy. He's not like Corey over here, you know? He wasn't a nice guy. He just gave him the Coke, you know? He didn't give him the Jack Daniels. You know what he said? Fake booze. Yeah. True story. Yeah. So then a band was getting started up, you know, a band and the bartender, you know, he said, it's B.B. King. You know him? Black guy, plays guitar. you know? But it wasn't BB King at all. Yeah, fake blues. Yeah. So he went to the bathroom, you know, he had to go poopy, you know, he had to make a duty, you know? But all that came out was a fart. Yeah, fake poos. Yeah, remember that tweet? Yeah. So then he was all upset, so he went to get a whore. You know, he likes to do that. He got one of them whores, you know? He went to grab her by the pussy, but she didn't have a pussy at all. She had a big cock. Yeah, fake coos. Yeah. Said that right to her face. I thought that was pretty rude. So he did the unthinkable, and he went home to Melania. You know about Melania? Melania Trump, ever hear of her? Yeah. And so he went to have sex with her, you know? But she didn't want any of that, so she was pretending to be asleep, you know? But he wasn't having it. You know what he said? Fake snooze. Yeah, he said that. And he was so upset, ladies and gentlemen. He was so upset, he punched her in the face. And she said, oh, you left a mark. You know? But he didn't leave no mark. Fake bruise. Yeah. But he felt so bad, you know. He did feel bad, ladies and gentlemen. So he took her to see some animals, you know. You ever done that? You know, go to see some animals, you know. But there weren't any animals at all. You know, it was a bunch of cardboard cutouts and stuff. Yeah. Fake zoos. Yeah. So he wanted to get to the bottom of it, you know. So he went to that guy to investigate, you know, that guy, you know, to get some evidence. That short guy with the ears. What's his name? What's that guy? I can't remember his name. Anyway, the punchline was fake clues. God damn it, you know. Enjoy that one. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, and then Trump, he saw some fellas walking around, you know. They had those little hats on the top of their head, you know. They had the big hooked noses, you know. They're carrying around a bag of gold, you know. They're saying things like, oh, we own Hollywood, you know, and stuff like that. But he recognized them from church, you know. So you know what he said to them? What do you think he said? You know what he said? Huh? What? That's racist. Anyway, so he still felt bad about Melania, you know, so he went to take her on a ship, you know, one of them pleasure ships, you know, going around the Caribbean and all that, you know. And when he got there, Jeff Sessions. That's what I was thinking of. Jeff Sessions. Yeah. Hey, speaking of Cruise, so Tom Cruise, you know about him, Tom Cruise, you know. So he asked his daughter, Cersei or Sushi, whatever the fuck her name is, you know, he asked her what she wanted for her birthday. And she said, Daddy, the only thing I want, I know you can get me anything in the whole world, the only thing I want is a baby rabbit, you know? And so he said to Snooky or whatever the fuck her name is, he's like, all right, you know, I'm going to do that, you know? So he goes to the pet store, and he says, show me the bunny! You know? Show me the bunny! You know? What, y'all think I was going to fuck that one up too? Huh? Hey, speaking of things that fuck up, so Jesse Jarvis told me that joke was going to fuck up, you know, and I guess he was right, you know. So he was nice enough to write some jokes for me to say, some closers, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to read some closers written by Jesse Jarvis to close out the show. So here you go. Here's some jokes written by your host, the brilliant young man, Jesse Jarvis. Here we go. I, Jesse Jarvis, when it comes to the Me Too movement, believe all women. Oh, that's good, Jesse. Yes, I believe all women are lying whores. Jesse, in today's environment, writing jokes like that? Let's see if this next one's any better. I, Jesse Jarvis, can't believe that the best they could do for a Supreme Court nominee is an accused attempted rapist? Yeah, me neither, Jesse. That's pretty bad. I mean, come on. Attempted rapist? What's the matter? You couldn't find a real rapist? If that's the only qualifications, then I'd be more happy to nominate myself. Oh, Jesse, I can't even finish reading that. It's so awful. How could you say such a thing? All right, here's the penultimate joke. That means second to last, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this one's a regular old joke. None of those are named ramblings of a madman. So let's see if this is running better. Here we go. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get away from Hillary Clinton and her cunt face. Everyone knows she sacrifices chickens in her backyard for the devil, or maybe she was chasing after him with that bottle of hot sauce she totally doesn't keep in her purse as a ploy to win the black and Latino vote. I guess there was a punchline in there somewhere, but I missed it. All right, here's the final joke from Jesse Jarvis. Here's a nice joke. Here's a family joke by Jesse Jarvis. Here we go. I, Jesse Jarvis, despite my shortcomings, I'm in a loving relationship with my fiancée. Oh, did I say a loving relationship with my fiance? I meant to say an abusive relationship with that hooker I like to go pee-pee and poo-poo on. Oh, Jesse, you know what? You come up here and explain yourself, young man. You're a disgusting man. You gotta be ashamed of yourself. You're a disgusting man. Come up here. Come here and explain yourself for that. Yeah, Jesse.
All right, old man